In the video that we just shot, the number rock video with the two monkeys in it, they were comparing longer and shorter. I don't know if you've ever done that where you compare things to see what's longer and shorter. I think it's just very common to do that all the time. But I also liked how they showed the one monkey had a ukulele and knew how to play that. Did you notice that Molly Smith? Because Molly Smith is our class ukulele player. Okay, so let's see. In our Saxon booklet today, we're going to start with Guided Class Practice 38A. It's on page 121. Okay, and let me get this out of the way. Get myself set up better here. Okay, at the top is the number 35. Okay, so go ahead and take your pencil and trace and say 35, 35 as you trace, okay? To help your brain remember that when you see a 3 and a 5 together, we call that 35. 35. So your brains are very smart. They just need your help to train them, to train it, right? So 35. 35. There we go. There's a bigger belly. This one has a smaller belly. That one has a bigger belly right there, I think. This one definitely has a bigger hat. Okay. All right, so let's go to number 2. So that was number 1. Here's number 2. It says Mariel had 10 pennies, okay? So we're going to circle that number 10 there, okay? So when we do word problems, we're doing something called data mining, meaning we're looking for clues for what information is important to pull out of that little story. So Mariel had 10 pennies. She lost 3 pennies, okay? So I'm going to circle that 3. Go ahead and do that. Draw a picture and write a number sentence to show the number of pennies she has now. So this is called subtraction. We are doing takeaway, not together, we're taking away. Okay, so first we have to draw 10 pennies, which is the easiest thing to do because we can use circles to represent the pennies, okay? So go ahead and draw 10 circles, okay, right here. So I'm going to do that too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there I have my 10 circles. I'm going to go back. For me, I like to go back and count and just make sure I did it correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so putting a dot on it lets me know that I've counted it. So I've double checked because mathematicians always double check, go back and make sure that they're working with correct information. So I know that I have 10. Okay, then, so if these are the pennies, and Mariel had 10 of these, but then she lost 3. So to show that 3 are lost, we're going to cross 3 out. So 1, 2, 3. So go ahead and do that. X out 3 of them. Okay, so first we're going to create our number sentence. So we started with 10, so write 10 right here, okay? Then when we do take away, we write a minus sign. So the minus sign is just a little line like that, a little dashed line. That means minus or take away, 10 minus, and how many do we cross out? 3. So there's your number sentence, 10 minus 3. So how many pennies does Mariel have now? Do we have to guess? No, we just go back and we count the circles that we didn't X out. So you can go ahead and do that with me, and I like to mark it as I count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just proved that 7 are left over. So 10 minus 7, 10 minus 3 equals 7. Okay. All right, check your work. Make sure this is what you got. Okay, we're going to move down to question 3. And here's why we watched the monkey video today, okay? So it says color the tallest tower red. So let's compare here. So we're comparing size, okay? okay? And for this, please use crayon in this booklet because your marker will bleed through. So find your red crayon, okay? It says color the tallest tower red, all right? So if you look here, we've got a bunch of towers, and this one right here is our tallest one. So that's the one we're gonna color red right there. Okay, so use your red crayon. Go ahead and give that color. And when you color it red, you can really see that it is taller than all the rest. Okay, now the next set of instructions says color the second tallest tower yellow. So now we're going to compare the size. And if you look, this one right here is going to be the second tallest. So find your yellow crayon. Okay, and I have my little yellow crayon here, and I'm going to color this one yellow. Okay, so you can really see now that that's the second tallest, third tallest, fourth, and then fifth, okay? All right, so let's see what the last instruction says. Okay, it says, color the shortest tower blue. Okay, so I'm gonna find my blue crayon. Let's see where that is. Blue crayon, okay? And then, of course, the shortest one is really easy to spot because it's just a little square. It's not even a rectangle, okay? And you can really see it now that it's short, okay? All right, check your work. Make sure you've got this. If you need more time to do your coloring, go ahead and pause the video, and then you can join me for the rest of the lesson. I'm going to pull out my number line to help me do my addition problem. So see, there's the plus sign. The plus sign is different from the minus sign. This means put together, and this one means take away, okay? All right, I've got this right here now. Okay, this is we have a lot of +1 problems here, and then we have a couple of doubles thrown in there at the end. Okay, so let's start with our +1s. So I'm going to put my eraser above the number 3 for this one, 3 + 1, jump 1 space, and because I landed on 4, 3 + 1 is 4. Okay. Now this one starts on the number 1, and it's saying add 5, 1 + 5. So start on the number 1. I have to count over 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I land on the number 6. So 1 + 5 is 6. My next problem is 1 + 8. So I have to start at the number 1 and count over 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that will put me on the number 9. Right there, like that. Okay. So the next problem says 2 + 1. So I'm going to start on the number 2 and jump 1 space, and that'll put me on the number 3. So 2 + 1 is 3. Okay. The next one says 7 + 1. So I have to start at the top number, which is the number 7, and move over 1 space, and 7 + 1 is 8. Now I've come to a double problem. So it says 6 + 6. So I start at the number 6, and I'm going to jump over 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I land on the number 12. So I'm going to write the 12. 12 is a 1 and a 2 next to each other. Okay. The next problem says 8 + 8. Okay, so I start on the number 8, and then I'm going to jump 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And my pencil stops at the number 16, which is a 1 and a 6 next to each other. The 1 comes first, and then the 6. So 8 + 8 is 16. Okay, last I have 3 + 3. So I'm going to start at the number 3, and I'm going to jump 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So I land on the number 6. So 3 + 3 is 6. Okay, go ahead and check your work. Okay. And then if you've got everything that you need, if you've finished your page, give yourself your exit ticket. I hope you had fun doing this math lesson today. I really liked this one today. I'm going to put this away so that I don't lose it and get ready for my next lesson.